Hey, good morning. It's another day, and we're out here walking in the woods. We are thawing out, and I'm very excited about that because that means everything's melting. People are able to get out of their neighborhoods. Uh, we actually had our trash picked up, so that's good. That was yesterday. They couldn't get past us down the road, but I'm sure they'll be able to get to it next day or two. It's supposed to warm up enough. Oh, these are cool. Some little tracks here. Get the deer, of course, but not sure what those are. We have skunks here. We have man, there's some weird paw prints here. So we got turkeys. We've seen turkey tracks. Haven't seen any rabbit tracks. Usually we have a good number of rabbits out here, but I mean it's been crazy the number of deer that have been coming through. Of course, Zoe looking for anything that she can eat because that's what dogs do. Kind of down. Come on, hey, let's leave it alone. Anyway, so we're moving steadily into more normal temps here, so I'm happy about that. Let's talk about voter ID. That's all of a sudden in the news, and I just saw something on X. Um, I still hate calling it X. I wish it was Twitter still, but the name's a name. But I think it's good that they're able to put out information, let people make up their own minds, and that's pretty much what this channel is going to be about. Is talking about things that are pretty clear when you start digging in, not just watching the news on TV every night at 6:30. Um, so I'll link it here in the description. But 75 plus of Americans believe we should show our ID when we vote, and it's not a racist thing. It's not trying to discriminate from anyone other than everybody that votes should have their voice heard equally, and that means if I'm going to go vote, it should count as me as the person that's voting, regardless what party. And I really hope they clean it up. I really hope that states all get together, and some are putting together laws that you have to show your voter ID. But I have two friends that I know personally that when they went to vote, they gave their name and address, and they were told, "Oh, well, you've already voted," and they hadn't. And I mean, these are people I 100% know and trust, and they're pretty upset. They had to fill out, I think it was a provisional ballot, but I would be pretty upset. I would call the local news, had them come down. Um, they really didn't do anything other than do what they were told, fill out a provisional ballot. I hope that made it through. Uh, who knows? But that would just be the worst possible feeling because as it was for a long time, you'd go in, give your name and address, and they give you a ballot, and that was it. And every year, I take my driver's license and put it on the table when they ask for my name and address. So there it is, and they would say, "I don't need that." I'd say, "Yes, you do." And they would just kind of chuckle, and they'd pull my info and hand me my ballot, and we'd be done. But it's it's a concern because there've been one of my YouTubers that I follow. He calls them shenanigans. I think that's a great word. That's a good way of putting it for kind of what's been going on for a decade, and probably longer. But these shenanigans, get out of there. Come on. Hey, Zoe, come. Let's go. Come on. So all this is to prove when you go to vote, you are who you say you are. And I know people are upset about certain communities that can't get voter ID, but there are dozens, over 100 different ways that you have to show your ID for anything else. Um, Hotel reservations, plane reservations. Uh, if you want to get a loan, if I mean, there've been times where I have to show my ID for. Hey, come on, let's go. I try to keep her from getting into stuff because she threw up the other day because obviously whatever she ate didn't sit right with her. Zoe, come here, come on, Zoe, come here, let's go. So I'll link that tweet and interested in what you have to say about it. But Ami Horowitz several years ago, I'll put a link to that in the description as well. He went around asking people in one community if they thought voter ID was racist. Oh yeah, it's voter ID is racist. You can't do that. So then he went where he's from, down into New York. I think he went to Queens. But he went around asking people, black people, because that's what this is all about, is voter ID racist? Do you have an ID? And they were offended that people would think that black people couldn't get an ID. And he basically proved the point. Like, I can't name anyone that I know, regardless of what race or ethnicity they are. I can't think of one person that doesn't have some type of ID. And so, hopefully, hopefully we get this locked down. I know Trump had talked about nationalizing elections, and I know what he meant. Um, a lot of times he says something that I think he probably should say a different way, but what he's saying is these areas, I think he said like 15 different areas, um, heavily under Democrat control for the election site. And so that's what he's saying is change it over to Republican control. I think there needs to be uh, strong presence of both, not just have one in charge and then have these watchers that watch the process. I think both sides need to be involved to make sure there are proper things in place, that they follow what they're supposed to, and that everyone can count on fair elections. And a big part of it is making sure that you don't have people that aren't supposed to vote are voting, or numerous uh, dead people all of a sudden are voting. I mean, there's all kinds of things that have been talked about over the past several years. So, what do you think? Let me know. Again, subscribe to the channel. Trying to build something here, and would appreciate you to subscribe and just to follow the videos, and we'll be making more content. Hope you have a great day.